What is going on? You are listening to episode 244 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, player 2, Eric. What's up, dude?
What is going on, and what is up, NPC fam? It is your boy, Hate Zero, your hero.
Crawler, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? And it's Crawler coming at you.
That's right. Crawler coming at ya. Guys, that music you just heard was from On Being Human. You can check them out on Spotify and YouTube. This is an unofficial Nintendo podcast, and if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to audibletrial.com/NPC. Pick up something awesome like Blood, Sweat, and Pixels or Ready Player One. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. Head on over to n64josh.com/OP Seat to automatically save $10 at checkout. And if you'd like to get my book, Another Castle, head on over to n64josh.com/Another Castle. With that, let's get to the announcements.
Hey, listen!
All right. Well, hey, Pokemon coming out really soon. I want to encourage you guys to come check out some Pokemon streams this weekend. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to jump in and not have any idea what I'm doing.
Backseat gaming encouraged.
Maybe, possibly.
It's going to be Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Twitch
featuring
plays.
N64.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited to jump in, though. I want to talk to you guys about Twitch. First off, if you're in the streams regularly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you can't be there, I understand. I get it. It's not like I'm, it's not like I'm singling you out here. But I want to encourage you, come check out a live stream. Not to watch some middle-aged doofus play video games, but to hang out with the community. We have such a great time just discussing games, playing games together. Today was Mario Kart. It was just so much fun. It's just so much fun.
There is a middle-aged doofus to make fun of, though, as well.
Yeah, that's true. Come mock me. That's always. But and today, if you got I do want to point. Our main talking point today is the Pokemon Sword and Shield and all the toxic stuff within the community. I made a video just mocking all of the keyboard warriors today. That's going up on YouTube as like right now. So basically, my impersonation of all of them and how silly they.
You know what they're gonna say to you? They're gonna say, "Okay, boomer."
Ha! Except for
that's gonna be the comments in your video.
I'm not.
Good thing he's
I know,
Gen Z.
but that's what they're gonna say.
That's right. Yeah, that's fine. They can say whatever they want. I'm still just gonna laugh at them, honestly, because they're so silly. They are so silly, and they need to get a life. So, yeah, coming out of some Twitch streams though, it's a good time. Lastly, I do want to say, hey, if you support me on Patreon, thank you so much. I am slowly working to make this more of a business. So if you want to help support what I'm doing, head on over to patreon.com/n64josh. Even just throw in $1. I know how many of you guys listen to this. If everybody threw in $1, I could almost quit my job. So, just that'd be all right. So, patreon.com/n64josh. With that, we're going to jump into the news. Buyer beware. Why is this, Crawler? Why is there buyer beware the first thing I see in the news notes?
So I know. So we had mentioned we started talking about Black Friday ads and all that good stuff last week, and the Mario Kart 8 Switch bundle is coming back this year. And so Wario64 made a big kind of push when he was researching this and putting this out on his Twitter feed, and he has been able to confirm that it is the exact same model and probably same leftover stuff from last year. So that what that means for you as a Switch consumer, if you're looking to get a new Switch or hopefully trying to get a new Switch and you need Mario Kart 8 and you want that bundle, it is the old model. It is not the new longer lasting battery and better looking screen Switch. So take that with your caution. It saves $60 because the game is, is that one of the games that's getting marked on doorbusters? I don't know, but
I think so.
It's probably not worth it. Pay the little extra money and get the better Switch.
But for $315, you could also get Crash Team Racing. So, Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. What else? You'd be set for like a good 2 weeks.
Yeah. It'd throw you off going back and forth, though.
Oh, yes, it does. It does. It totally does. So
Yeah, it's a tough spot. I'm torn because I still have that Gen 1 Switch, and it serves me just fine. But I mean, obviously, if they're both right next to each other, I don't know if Mario Kart 8 is a compelling reason enough to get the Gen 1 at this point.
What this is going to be is it's going to be a lot of grandparents or parents that don't know the difference and know the difference of the red box or.
But if you're little Billy, are you going to
bundle.
be mad getting this under the tree?
Most likely not. No.
You're just going to be happy that Grampy's got you a new Switch, right?
Yeah, but they're just looking. They're right now. Nintendo and all those retailers are looking to offload that leftover merchandise from last year.
I will say this. I don't know where that leftover merchandise was last year because those things sold out lightning fast. They were available for 1 day.
Yeah, because was it GameStop exclusive or GameStop and Target or
No,
was it?
I walked right into Best Buy on Thanksgiving, walked right up to the counter, said, I need the Mario Kart Switch. They were like, here you go. And that was that. Like, I mean, but I think they told me, they're like, oh, we have like 3 of these total, so it wasn't.
So limiting merchandise to create supply and demand.
Oh, don't stop with the.
What is this? The NES Mini all over again?
No, it's the Super Nintendo controllers for the Switch.
Or the Nintendo or the actual original NES controllers.
Or
that was a struggle. Even on the re-release, that was a struggle to get the controllers.
For which one?
The NES Classic.
Oh, the controllers for that were gnarly. Yeah, you were better off buying a second system. That's oh gosh. At one point, I got desperate and almost dropped like $100 on one of those controllers, and then I just waited it out. So I waited it out. Release window for Breath of the Wild 2 leaked. Talk to me, Crawler.
So this is I saw this on a few different outlets. I have an article on here from Inverse, which is referencing Sabi, which is a game insider who I guess he did some correct predictions for E3 announcements. And what this is saying is that the game is going to come out in 2020, most likely not early. I mean, I think everyone's early hopeful predictions were going to be holiday 2020 to compete with the new systems. But it was also noted in this article that Nintendo could miss the mark, which I think has any Zelda ever made made their window that they've shot for.
Before we go down that road, can we talk about how lame of a leak this is? A game may come out next year, but by the way, it could miss the mark. Is that news?
Let's CYA a little bit there.
That's like
Zelda, hey guys, Breath of the Wild 2 that Nintendo announced. I'm an insider.
It's gonna come out sometime.
It's coming out. It's gonna happen.
It's like doing the weather in Seattle. Like it's gonna be partly sunny with a chance of rain. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Meteorology. That's a good profession because you can be totally wrong and people are like, it's just a meteorologist got it wrong. Like that's a great job. You can be wrong 100% of the time. People don't care.
To go back to your question, I can't think of any big blockbuster Zelda that didn't at least face one delay. Maybe Majora's Mask didn't get delayed,
and that's what makes me kind of hopeful about this is that they have the engine built. It's on the same system. The reason why Breath of the Wild got delayed for so long is because they knew that it wasn't going to do well on Wii U and pivoted and made a new system really quick. Like they sped up R&D on their new system, and that's how we got the Switch. But the engine is there. The map is, I would hope, is 90% there. Like I feel like they're going to reuse a lot of that asset. So they've been hiring dungeon makers for the past year and a half or whatever it's been.
Just dig into that world.
Dungeon makers and not
shrine makers.
Yeah.
Well, and then
So-
I think Monolith Soft has been involved as well because they were involved in the first one. They were doing terrain and other kinds of assets as well. So that hopefully it's coming along.
So Destinot kind of brings up a good point. So recent Zeldas only come out when a new system comes out, and that's been more or less the trend, right? With the dual release. Does this mean Switch Pro is confirmed for 2020 sometime holiday? Compete with the Xbox.
Majora's Mask
Two.
contradicts that statement, I guess. But
Hey, it came with a memory pack.
I wouldn't
That's
mind
the
a
one
Switch
reason
Pro.
I didn't play it. Didn't have the expansion pack.
Sad.
It is sad. I missed out on a lot of good games because of that expansion pack. So
It happens. It
Probably
happens.
are they expensive now? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
I have a couple
No
of them.
idea.
A couple of systems. If you need to, we could meet up.
You can get
There you go.
you can get it on the Wii U still.
It's
Yeah.
true. You can get on a DS. You just gotta buy one.
But yeah,
That's not so Switch is getting an expansion pack? Yeah, maybe. That wouldn't surprise me. Maybe like a new
gosh.
dock or something.
Yep.
that'd be interesting. But yeah,
Launch event in Japan for Sword and Shield canceled due to operations reasons. If you're only listening, I'm making quotes right now. Crawler, did you pull this from the article, or is this just the question you asked? Is this similar to NOA canceling the Overwatch launch event in the New York store?
that's me kind of wondering if that is similar. So I mean, VG 24/7 had this article. The event was supposed to be, I think, coming up here on Thursday and Friday or Friday. I don't know when it was actually supposed to be, but this is something that we kind of had going for the Overwatch event at the Nintendo store in New York, that they canceled like 2 days before that, and that was in the midst of the Blizzard controversy with the Hong Kong stuff. And I don't know, is this just to avoid the angry fans? And
Well, let me ask you this. Are the Japanese upset about Sword and Shield? Have we heard anything on that? Because obviously, the grumpy American internet users are very upset. But are the Japanese upset?
my
They're usually
guess is
pretty nice
no.
people.
Because here's what happened with Nintendo Switch Online and the Japanese people. They were like thankful that they got an extra year of the Nintendo Online for free, and then we're ready to start paying, no problem. That was not the case here. We were ready to burn everything down and get my hashtags to make Nintendo Online free. Hashtag free Nintendo Online. Whatever. Like, I'm so over all this stuff. Like, get off my lawn.
well, how much of this is going to be forgotten after Friday when the game comes out?
How many of these people that are whining online have bought 3 copies of this game because, well, I need this case and this case, and that dual pack comes with the steelbook? Like, come on.
Yeah, but they're not happy about it.
They're still like this was my PSA video. I'm like, here's how you really get through to the publisher and the devs. Put your wallet away.
Don't buy it.
Well,
Put your wallet away. And be
That's
bored
not.
and angry.
You can't do that because
That's
they
rational.
need to play it so they can know
hate
what's
it.
really wrong, so they know how to complain.
Yeah, right.
No, the internet can tell them how to complain,
Well,
and then they'll just jump on the bandwagon.
I got to get all my upvotes for that dopamine drip because that's the only thing that makes me happy anymore. And then make sure to follow my SoundCloud. Good Lord. Go away. Go find something that you enjoy.
I have a feeling we're going to circle.
go play a video game or something.
Don't go play a
gonna-
video game. Leave the gaming community, period. Go join like crotchety old men's club and go hang out with those guys that are angry about their hair loss or something. Like,
Hey, whoa. We're people too, okay? We are people too, Josh.
you're not old though.
Oh,
I guess to some of us. we're-
every day
some
we
people
get a
in here
little
are
Getting
closer.
older.
That's
We get a
true.
little closer.
That's true.
So I'm not sure if that's why they canceled it or not. I have no idea if Japan's as outraged as the American or or North American. I don't even know if it's outside of America. Are the Europeans as upset as we are about Pokemon? Or is this just
Are they even
American
allowed to
front?
get angry on the internet? I thought they had laws. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I've only seen like trace amounts of this. I guess I don't follow the right people on Twitter to see.
I'm gonna get to the bottom. We'll get it to it in our talking point
yeah.
here. I'll get it uncovered here, but
Okay. This last one's kind of interesting.
take it away.
So I think it was near the end of last week. The Verge had an article that they put out that they had done an interview with Doug Bowser, and he kind of revealed some stuff that was pretty interesting. Some numbers and some other stuff as well. So right now, 43% of the Switch Lite owners are buying the system as their second system, which is pretty impressive. But it also lets us know that 53% of the people that purchased Lights were new to the ecosystem, and so they were fresh blood into the life force of the Switch, and they're buying games and hopefully all sorts of stuff. So that's refreshing to see, and hopefully I think that probably has a lot to do with the release coming out this Friday with Pokemon, and a lot of people that contribute that to being a handheld system. So that was kind of interesting. But I think one of the most interesting things in this article was that the Nintendo, I guess Nintendo of America at least, I don't know how well they're speaking for Nintendo Japan as well, but the 3DS has future support coming. He says, as a direct quote, "We will continue to support 3DS this holiday and into 2020. So Kirby's, was it Epic Yarn was the last, or I guess Persona Q2 or whatever was technically the last title to come out, but we haven't seen a 3DS game in how long now? Like,
I don't know. Just let it die.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, Josh. It's over. It had a good life.
I played mine this weekend. Whatever. You guys, I don't even care.
So, I mean, this is interesting. I mean, I've also, I think, seen, I haven't seen the full, this was kind of a summary I saw on The Verge, but I think they also talked about potentially bringing some of those franchises forward that had been previously trapped on handheld devices onto the Switch. So that could mean that we could see, hopefully, I mean, maybe we'll get WarioWare or something like that off of the 3DS and onto a Switch, or so we got Capcom did Ace Attorney. I mean, so we've seen some of those games come over. So hopefully we can continue to see some more franchises that have been like historically on the handheld devices and make their way to this hybrid system that can do both.
So I haven't had a 3DS in a while. Are most modern games for it still making use of, I don't want to call them gimmicks, the features of the system? I know initially a lot of them really pushed like, oh, this one has 3D and you can't do stuff unless you can see, the 3D for like that Mario game, and then the dual screens was a huge feature.
Didn't they all have to be playable without the 3D?
I think they have to be playable, but well, obviously I think they're playable without it, but like what was the Mario that utilized the 3D to let you see different angles or something? I forget.
Oh, are you talking about the new 3DS that had the word "follow your eyes"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering, are the modern games utilizing all of those features as heavily as they were initially, or
no?
Because that'll make them much easier to port over.
Once the 2DS became the thing, like the new 2DS XL, a lot of games stopped with their 3D altogether.
Okay.
Like, and some of the games aren't,
but like
like Hey Pikmin and stuff like that,
But like WarioWare still utilized like the gyro and the microphone to blow. You had to like blow air into it, and I mean the stylus is still a thing as well. So we could see. I mean, we're getting an official stylus with what's it called, Brain Age. So maybe that's the first step towards them kind of bringing that dual screen forward, or potentially at least something that you have to write on.
Are you guys ready for this?
I don't know if we're ready. It's nice that 43% of Switch Lite owners are doing it as a second system. That's really good. Can we live in the happy times for a second? All right, let's do it.
No, here's the thing. we're going to live in happy times because we're going to put a positive spin on all this as we mock all of the fools that are whining about this stuff. So here we go. Here we go! All right. Pokemon Sword and Shield, the community, some of the community, the vocal minority has gone off the rails, bullying the devs, saying things that like
death threats to the devs.
Death threats, like, what is happening, people? What is happening? Somebody tell me why everyone's losing their mind over video games. What's happening here? Eric, you look like you're ready to tell me what's happening. Please tell me.
Oh, yeah, I have no... It's a beloved brand, you know, so it's in the same vein as like a Star Wars for some people. And when you ruin somebody's cherished childhood brand that they feel like they have a stake in, they get horribly upset and threaten your life. The thing that blows my mind though is the game's not out. We haven't even seen a review. It could very well be the greatest Pokemon ever made. We don't know yet.
It's leaked right now. It's online. You can watch the entire playthrough.
Avoid the Reddits, avoid the official Reddit thread and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Guess what? It's also prior to day one patch.
Right.
So everything you're seeing, everything that everybody's picking apart is prior to day one patch. And a few of the tweets I saw today, they were like, look, there's like some tearing here, and the frame rate drops to like 28.79 right here. You can... What?
So is this more over how the game looks, or is this still about the national decks or whatever?
It's all of it. They're going for anything.
Okay. So my video earlier today was all about the people crying about the national, like, hashtag, you know, bring back the national Pokedex or whatever it is. I don't even know what this thing is. I've played like 2 Pokemon games, right? It's probably why I don't have like I wouldn't care anyway. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. So this lack of Pokedex means that you're going to be playing with the Pokemon that are on this new game. And it's less than some of the
900 or something like that it is.
No, it's less than some of the previous games even. Like, it's less Pokemon in one game than it was in some of the older games. So that's like the list of things that are upsetting people is extensive. Yet at the same time, like, I think a lot of it has to do like with what Eric was saying. There's that nostalgia thing, right? But I mean, look, not every Mario Kart has been awesome. Yeah, I got a little bit of time with it, and then I moved on. Like, it wasn't that big a deal for me.
Some of them have Waluigi, though.
Not every Super Mario Brothers game is like all that stellar. Sometimes they fall a little short, you know? The whole new series and playing with 4 people and stuff, like, hey, it's okay, but it's not...
A little gimmicky.
It wasn't great, right? But, I feel like it doesn't anymore. It doesn't matter what these game companies do. People are going to lose their minds. If they'd been like, we're putting everything in there. Why are you reusing so many old assets? You know, why are we getting new? Like, oh my gosh, it's so tiring. Like, I don't know. Like, with all the games that we have to play, is Pokemon the only game these people play? And if so, you're still going to have your DS and all your Pokemon that you can keep doing what you were doing before. You're just not going to be doing it on the Switch. You're just not going to be doing it on the Switch. Henny's saying, reskins!
So,
I mean, okay, go ahead.
No, I this is going to be a tangent, but, you know, I think we've talked about it before. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. Cherish the series. Metal Gear Solid 5 was a huge letdown in so many ways. They broke everything I loved about Metal Gear Solid. But I still played and beat that game and still enjoyed the experience and looked at it as much as I love this series, Hideo Kojima is the creator. He loves the series even more than me. And if this is the direction he wants to take it and I don't agree with it, well, unfortunately, he's right. I'm not right. He's right. He created it. This is his baby. I'm just along for the ride. If I don't like the ride, I get off the boat, right?
Here's what I like this week in particular, because I can't remember. I was like in a Facebook group or something. But on one side of the coin, you have the vocal minority that's super pissed about everything in Pokemon, right? They're super angry about it. And then the other side, you got these other gamers over here. Like I was watching it in some group, and they're like, all they talked about was like, oh, I'm not buying this game till it's on sale. Oh, I'm gonna wait till I can pick it up used. I can like.
Nintendo games don't go on sale.
And so my response to that is like, do you not want to support the companies or the people that are making these games? I feel like gamers assume that the companies that provide their entertainment are the villain, and they're constantly out to like. It's almost like gamers feel like they're the stepdad to these game companies, and they're like, I'm gonna whip you into shape, boy. Like, and it's like, what is going on? What is going on? Like,
it's the outrage culture.
It's ridiculous.
People are just latching on to something to be outraged about, and sometimes I think that can be a good thing. It's hard to come up with any scenario that being outraged collectively. People murdering people. We should be outraged collectively about that, right?
Yeah.
Use your power of your voice and your collective voice for good. Don't waste it on the national decks.
Well, the internet has proven that they can make game developers change stuff. Because
look at Sonic.
Well, Sonic. That was kind of. I think they realized that pretty quickly after that. And it looks a whole lot better. If you haven't watched the Sonic trailer, it came out today. Go watch it. It looks good. But like, was it Mass Effect? I haven't played the Mass Effect games a whole lot, but wasn't it Mass Effect 3? They like the internet made
4.
They made or no, that was Andromeda. 4 was Andromeda, but 3 they made them change the ending to the game.
Yep. Yeah.
And then like the Destiny community, I didn't have a problem with Peter Dinklage, but the internet and Destiny made Bungie go hire Nolan North for the Ghost instead of Peter Dinklage. So it's like there has been some examples in recent gaming history that the pitchfork mob on the internet has bullied devs into doing something. And I think that's kind of what all these Pokemon super fans on the internet and Twitter and Reddit were all trying to force their hand to expand this deck so that they could have all their Pokemon that they've had in the past and bring them into the game. Because it's not even that you can go catch them. I think if I'm not fully understanding this all, but I think it's just they want to be able to bring Pokemon that they've caught in previous games and put in the bank or whatever and be able to transfer them in. But if they aren't in the decks, they can't put them in the game. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think that's what it is. So that's what they're angry about.
So the old Pokemon aren't gone. I'm reading the Forbes article right now. They just aren't in the Galar region, right? So most or all will be back in some form in some game. And the article goes on to say, yet it's still okay to mourn the loss of this particular vision of the game. And I think that's and they have a YouTube. They're like, and. They've got to be mocking at this point. They're like, and here's Daniel Tiger, and it's Daniel feels left out. They've got a video embedded.
The life lessons from Mr. Rogers and Daniel Tiger. But you said something in that article. The was it reimagining or something?
Let's see. They just don't exist in this game, but they may end up in. They're still going to be in the Pokedex, just not in this game.
Yeah. Well, and we were just talking about Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was a big change from what traditional Zeldas have been, and they've had to change going from the 2D plane to the 3D plane what we had with Ocarina, and then this was another change as well when we went from the end with like Skyward Sword moving to a more broad open world kind of thing that we got with Breath of the Wild, and then the weapons breaking and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I've said over and over, I think this Zelda was the best game in the series, but the worst Zelda game.
So it can still be a good game, but Pokemon fans, I guess, are gung-ho about it being their game that they want it to be. So it still could be a good game, and I think it will be. It's supposed to be the largest kind of area and region to explore, so I think it'll be interesting. I haven't wanted to play a Pokemon game in a long time. I've beaten Let's Go on when it came out last year, but like before that, I had owned, I think I've said this before, I've owned Ruby and Platinum, and I bought Ultra Sun on Black Friday last year. Didn't play it, but I could never get through it. It was not interesting to me. So it's new Pokemon. They're all new to me pretty much, so I don't really care. It's like I'm gonna play it, and
we're probably the three worst people to talk about this outrage, because we just don't get it. We're just sitting on our boomer ivory tower.
No, but here's what we get. First, it's okay to be upset about something. That's not the issue. Right true. Now, I'm upset about the way these people act, right? About this stuff, because it's not okay to threaten people to, like, your life is not ending because you can't play with your Bulbasaur anymore. You're gonna be all right.
And this is what you do for fun. This is what they do for a living. This is their art. This is their story, their blood, sweat, and tears for the last however many years they've been working on this. So it's like, have some respect for what they've been doing, because they are people on the other side of the Twitter handle that you're yelling at, or the forums that they can see, and all that kind of stuff.
One of the things I see this doing is it puts everybody on a level playing field, right? Because I know there's a competitive side to this game. And at this point, everybody's going to be on a level playing field, and they're going to have to level, like, train these Pokemon, I guess. I don't even know how it all works. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to get into it. But again, I'm not going to be going against somebody's, like, Pikachu from Yellow. I don't even know if that works, but you know what I'm saying. Like, and the other thing is I don't think a lot of these people, I mean, look, all we are is just dudes that play games and try to understand the development process and things like that, but we really have a very shallow understanding of how the process actually works. I'm sure this is not some easy task to get all of those assets into this game. And at the same time, to program, and who knows what would have been taken away from the new game had all the old Pokemon come back in, and then two, what if people are going to discover their new favorite Pokemon from these Pokemons? I don't even know how to say it. What's the Pokemon? I don't know. But
the internet is typing already in the YouTube comments.
Hey, did you say Pokemon? I feel like you did.
I totally did. Pokemans.
So I think, the National Dex thing, I think that's what really started the outrage, or one of the things that started the outrage. And I just, be mad if that is really upsetting to you, but wait till tomorrow when the reviews come out. Wait till you get your hands on it. Maybe this was a thought out design and there's a purpose to it. Maybe there's not. Maybe they just totally missed on this one. But give it a chance and find out if they missed. Don't get mad before you have all the information. That doesn't make sense, does it? Does it make sense to get upset when you don't have all the facts at the table?
If you're on the internet, yes, and if you're not a boomer, apparently.
Yeah, maybe.
Delmonic in chat says, Josh, I don't have enough mechanical keyboards to fix your grammatical errors. And that was the other thing I mentioned in my video today. I'm like, every one of these complaints is typed on a mechanical keyboard as loud as possible, because it just has to be. It has to be as loud as possible as I go for these upvotes. Right, I got
those cherry brown switches going. Click, click, click.
I gotta get those upvotes. Yeah, that's what chat's saying right now. So, I mean, really, like I said though, the point is like get upset, but use your head the way you're going to deal with this stuff. Like threatening people and honestly, like go do your change.org petition. At least then like you've done what you could and that's it. But like I made a mistake. I made the mistake this week of tweeting something about or like replying to something within a Pokemon tweet, and the amount of replies I got coming at me
Under your comment?
yes, I was like, what have I done? I was ready to
Did you have
drop
to
my
mute it?
SoundCloud. Like there was so many comments on this thing. I'm like, and they're just going at each other. Like, well, if they hadn't done this, then this. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Did you get some follows?
Do you guys have? No. I was like, I gotta mute this crap. I gotta get out of here. Like, I'm gonna offend all these nerds really quick if I don't get out of here. So, but it was. I mean, look, I understand people are that. I didn't say sound clown. I said SoundCloud. My word, we can't get away with anything tonight. So, again, if you're passionate, if you're upset, just don't buy the game. And I know you're like, well, I want to play this game. It's the game I've been waiting for. I don't know what to tell you. I'd go
And
back.
be happy and enjoy a video game. That's all you got to do.
Just go play something else.
You don't even have to enjoy it. Just play it.
You got Star Wars coming out Friday too. Dust off your Xbox or your PlayStation. Play
Sure
through
do.
Star Wars.
Go
game.
play Walking Simulator on your PlayStation.
We have Disney Plus that just launched, and people are mad about that too. So people are mad about everything. So this, I won't say his name because he's fallen from grace as a comedian, but he did a bit on when Wi-Fi just hit airplanes. And he was on an airplane and they announced like, oh, by the way, we have this brand new innovation, Wi-Fi on your flight. And then about 10 minutes later, they say, oh, the Wi-Fi is not working. And one of the guys next to him goes, figures. He's like, what do you mean figures? It's this brand new thing that you've never heard of before. And now you're upset that it's not available to you? Like, what is wrong with everybody?
Of course they can't get that right.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Someone in chat says, don't even get me started on Mandalorian. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, I feel like we've had this discussion before of just take a breath. Be excited that you get to type on a mechanical keyboard, right? Like, you got electricity. You got air in your lungs. You got a brain that's working well enough for you to be pissed about things. Oh, there you go.
The other thing that frustrates me with all of this, with any of this, just because, Josh, you're very against this Pokemon because it doesn't have the national dex and because they've broken the formula and whatever, right? Doesn't mean that I am trash for not caring and wanting to buy the game anyways. I don't know why we're attacking each other. I've seen
Because if you don't agree with me, you're all against me then.
Yeah,
only a
you're not on
Sith
my
deals
team.
in absolutes.
it's so crazy to me. Like, yeah, so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember doing this stuff in high school if you didn't like the band I liked, but you eventually grow out of that kind of stuff, and then you just kind of rib each other and have fun with it. But like
Breaking Benjamin.
we're talking about a kid's game. Don't even talk about Breaking Benjamin.
The Diary of Jane. That one. Their one song. Anyways, hey, so who here is getting Pokemon?
I have a dual pack ordered at Best Buy. I'm getting
Going all in.
Yeah, it comes with a coin. I kind of want the one from Target because it has a steelbook, but maybe I'll stop by Target and see if they have steelbooks sitting out that I can buy for 1 cent. I don't know.
Josh?
We'll see.
And he says that line is so dumb. Only a Sith deals in absolutes is an absolute statement.
Yeah.
I got the dual pack. Target shipped it yesterday with the steelbook. So I'm all in on this game. Like, I know I'm gonna have a blast. I have no question. And guess what? I'm fairly certain, because I'm playing on the Switch, there's going to be some frame rate issues, and there might be some, popping and things like that. Like,
well, there is internet connectivity with it. There's the Gigamax raids or whatever that involves other people. So who knows? This is a live world that they're gonna have people kind of joining in. So who knows? There might be connection issues or servers go down or something.
No, please no. Please no. That'll just fuel the fire.
don't. Destinaut says frame issues make the devs drink bleach. Like, wow.
Yeah,
Give
pretty
them,
much.
Let them wash down their Tide Pods with bleach.
So this is not a day one for me. Strictly because I've got too much else. I'm still trying to beat Luigi. I'm on floor 10 now, I think.
That's where I got.
I've got the new Star Wars coming out Friday. Disney Plus just launched. There's too much going on to consume my time. So this is going to be, when I'm taking some time off in December, I think I'm going to circle back to it. And when I have time to just sit in bed or sit on the couch and play handheld, I think this is the perfect game to kind of not pay full attention to, like you would with something super story driven. I don't want to belittle Pokemon or anything. I feel like it's just the perfect game to where you can catch Pokemon and do it kind of casually, and thinking it'll be good for that. Drinking some hot cocoa or something, doesn't that sound pleasant?
It is set in their version of the UK, so nice cold winter day.
That sounds great. That sounds like a good time. You know what? Maybe I will get this game.
There you go.
Maybe
Sword or Shield?
Based on the two Pokemon I've seen, I'm going Sword because the Shield one looks silly to me.
Surfetched. You want Surfetched?
Yeah, I guess so. I want the non-Shield one because the Shield one looks silly to me.
All I know from chat is that there's a pony or something in one of them.
That's Shield, I think.
Yeah, and most people are going Sword. What's in Sword?
Surfetched. He's the Farfetch'd that evolves. The bird with the leak.
Oh, I no joke thought you were calling the dog with the sword in his mouth Surfetch, like he went and picked the sword up.
No.
So did I, to be honest with you. That's why.
Those two legendaries have really weird names. I don't know what they're called.
That's what I would have named him. Like, oh, that's Surfetch and that's Surebeard or Shieldbeard. Like,
well, so he's carrying a sword. The other one's like made of the shield. That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want the shield guy. I'm going sword.
Talk to Mel in Discord. I'm sure she can explain it to you.
Man, we are getting many. There's
Don't everybody go bother Mel about Pokemon. I'll get in trouble.
We are gonna.
She'll yell at me.
I can't wait for this show to go out. People are gonna be like. By the way, there will be a Surfetch shirt coming out. Just with a sword, with the dog in the background running towards it.
Did anybody buy the 8BitDo mouse that they announced yesterday?
I had it in my cart. I was about to, but shipping was $18 for a $24.99 item.
I switched it. I switched to like the 3-day China something, and it's like $4.
I didn't. I saw China. I was like, well, I'm not in China, so I have to use the other one. It looks like it looks like the mouse manifestation of carpal tunnel. But
this is something that's just going to go on my shelf. Yeah, they have a 99-cent NES mouse pad that comes. You can get with it.
Yeah,
so.
Wait,
I'm going
NES?
in. I'm buying it. I'm going to rock it at work. It's going to be ridiculous and terrible, but I'm doing it.
What's up?
It has NES buttons.
Yeah.
Somebody said this to me, and I was like, "What in the?"
Yeah, go check it out. You can only Amazon has it up for kind of like save on your list, but they don't have it. I didn't know 8BitDo had a shop, but you can buy it through their site. Yeah. But it has additional shipping costs. But I bought mine today.
Just give me an adapter for my Mario Paint mouse. I'm good.
So this is worse than that one in just about every way. But that makes it so much better. Yeah,
it's got a D-pad on the side, A and B. There's a touch sensor in the middle for the scroll wheel. So it's not a physical scroll wheel. It's just
it's squared, completely squared off. It looks like it's just gonna hurt and be terrible. But I have to have it. I have to have it.
The wheeled squared also. Just like you gotta keep rolling until you get to the next side. Come on. Come on.
It looks terrible, but I have to have it.
Well,
Gotta have it.
if we've triggered you this episode, I guess mission accomplished. We still
Come tell us in the Discord.
Yeah, come let us know. Let us know in the comments on YouTube, on the show notes, n64josh.com/npc244. You know, we like it's come talk to me. Leave the devs alone. All right? Come talk to me. But
We'll have impressions next week.
But
It'll be
please
fun.
know that I don't have a PR department that's going to stop me from saying what you need to hear, okay? So so by all means, bring your comments. I'm ready. All right. Hey, let's wrap it up. Destinat says, "Come on, fight me with your food pics." That's right. That's right. All right, Crawler, where can people find you?
Hanging out in the Discord, playing all sorts of games. I played the Luigi scare tower, whatever it was, with some of the guys in Discord this last weekend. That was pretty fun. So come hang out. Let me know when you're playing. We can play some games, Overwatch, Killer Queen Black, all that kind of stuff. At n64josh.com/Discord. Come hang out there.
Cool. Eric?
You can find me on Twitter, HateZero, on Xbox, HateZero. You can find me on Disney Plus, HateZero. Come join the Discord though, n64josh.com/Discord, right? How many times can we say that in an episode? We should aim for 20 an episode.
Somebody put up a counter. Let's know.
Yeah, drinking game. Drink water, kids. Yeah, the Discord. Come, guys. It's about community.
Where is that Discord?
It's about. I'm not gonna say the link again, but it's about community. Like, come hang out. Come chat with us. It's a good time. There's like
We had like 3 new people join like yesterday and today.
some of those people I met at a game meetup at the.
Nice.
Oh, did you go play in your local?
That's this
Did
week.
you go do that?
That's this week.
Oh, this week,
I'll
Friday.
be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You gonna play Terry?
Who knows? Who knows? I gotta practice.
You gotta work on your Peach.
I'll play Terry before I play Peach at this point. So, but no, like, it really is about like just being a part of community. Like, we're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. We're just chatting, getting to know each other. I do want to throw this out there, guys. I've applied for probably close to 100 jobs. I'm really trying to get into the game industry. If you have any leads for me when you listen to this, please hit me up. Please. The flip side of that, if you are making your own game, anything like that, you need some help marketing it, please also hit me up for that. And I have an idea for a game, so if there's anybody out there that wants to help me maybe make a game, let me know. I got some stuff in the works, okay? So there we go. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all the places. That's at N64Josh. Remember, Facebook.com/N64Josh is the place for memes. I put up a great one today that showed a little tiny pocket. It said girls' pockets, and then it said guys' pockets, and it was Link from Breath of the Wild. When he opens up, he's got all this stuff. So I was digging that one. I was digging it. So Instagram, I'll showcase some of your gaming pics on my stories. Just tag me in them. And Twitter, just come talk to me. All right? Thank you guys for everything. Much love. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.